Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Right to the air is Mahomes. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mahomes now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by their electrifying signal caller, the former Virginia Tech Hokie, Michael Vick.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in it.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3-and-out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Mahomes now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. First down, a run with McFadden. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons. Darren McFadden, 45 yards. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had two scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes Reed. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Vic's going to change the play. McFadden up the middle. He'll take this to the 46. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7. McFadden again. He's going to go. Darren McFadden. Touchdown, Falcons. Darren McFadden with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The return is Reed, and he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable. He's going to go, Darren McFadden. Inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darren McFadden on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons open the lead up to 34-0. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. Smith catches left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And taken right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it is 42-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that?
He's going to go, Darren McFadden. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darren McFadden tying a career high with his 4th touchdown of the game. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackler, get it. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. They'll run, McFadden. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. He'll try again, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Darren McFadden punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And out come the Chiefs now. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A first down carry for Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 33, here's a second down and 4. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, D'Angelo Hall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running wide side with McFadden. And he's got some space here. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Darren McFadden. 37 yards. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll audible to something else. Mahomes now on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, D'Angelo Hall. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with it. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for.